Okay. All right. So hi again, everyone. Yeah, so for those of you that were here last week, I'm so sorry. I was at an Airbnb in Wales for my partner's birthday, and the Wi-Fi wasn't great. So sorry about that. It cut out right at the end of Shavasana, but I guess that's better than in the middle of it. Anyway, I'm home again, so it should be okay now. Yeah, so yes. Oh, someone sent the chat. Oh, okay, that was from earlier. Okay. Yes. So we will start. So same as always, I just want to invite you to practice with kindness to your body and just practice whatever is and allow it to be, and we'll do a little of that as well in our centering and in our awareness throughout. Yeah, okay, so we're going to start with the centering and breathing and then move into some warm-ups, and then from there we will flow through some postures and then relax at the end. As always, if you have any injuries, please just take it easy. Listen to your body. In these sessions I can't see you, so really listen to your body. We don't even know each other as I would normally in a class, so please just listen to your body and adjust accordingly, and take a break anytime you need. These are gentle classes though, so for those of you used to power yoga, this is not that. Okay, we've got a couple people still coming in. Okay, so let's start. And you're always welcome to use props as well. So cushions, bolsters, blankets, anything that you've got on hand that you'd like to use, you're welcome to use. I don't teach with props in this class just because not everybody has them, but please use them if you do and you would want to. Okay. And of course, being at home means that there are 2 cats and 2 dogs that sometimes join us. Okay. Okay. So to begin, just find a comfortable seated position or lie down. It's really up to you. So you can either sit up nice and tall, but for those of you that maybe have been sitting at a desk all day, what you might prefer instead is to come down onto your back, and then you can either bend the knees and just, if you bend the knees, then you're going to just help support the lower back if you have any sensitivities or injuries there. Otherwise, you can just extend the legs out, letting them flop and splay. And you might see me roll up to the screen every now and then to let people in to the meeting. Okay. So either sit up nice and tall or come down onto your back. And then once you have found a comfortable centering position, just take a few rolls of the shoulders. Inhale, roll the shoulders up, and exhale them down and back. And just do that a few times. Inhaling calm, exhaling rolling down. And then once you've rolled the shoulders out, just relax them down. Relax the hands on your legs wherever they're comfortable, either facing up or down. And then once you've found that comfortable centering position, close your eyes and take a few deep inhales through the nose, with exhales sighing or blowing the air out of the mouth. And again, just do that a few times. Inhaling calm, exhaling, sighing out, letting go. Again, releasing any stress or tension. And once you sighed out a few times, just come back to the natural rhythm of your breath. Notice your breath. Notice where it lands in the body. Just notice what the breath can tell you about this moment in your body. And then I'd like you to just check in with your mind now. And notice the quality of the mind. How open or closed it is, how busy or quiet. And if at any point you're drawn away by external sounds, so either from my end, the animals making noise this evening, or anything else, see if you can just allow it to all be part of the present, life just being life. And then from here, take a moment to check in with your heart, with your emotional body. And just notice how you're feeling this evening. What energy are you vibrating? And whatever you notice, I want you to just allow it to be. So rather than label something as good or bad, if you're feeling anxious or frustrated, we typically would acknowledge those feelings as negative. But actually, what happens if you just allow for them, if you just feel them? Because so often our resistance to the quote negative feelings prolongs them. So what if you just drop in? How are you feeling right now? You might be feeling really joyful, really relaxed, and that's great. But just, again, notice how you're feeling. Notice what you're vibrating. Notice how it feels, how it affects your body. And then check in with your body. How is your body this evening? Where are you feeling what? Where is the body open and relaxed? Where is the body storing tension? Are you holding your shoulders up really high? Are you clenching in your hands or your face? Often we store a lot of tension in the hands and the face without even realizing it. And then from here, take the awareness now and bring it back to your breath. And start to deepen the breath through the nose. So we inhale through the nose, take the breath down into the belly so that the belly rises with the inhale. Exhale out the nose and feel the belly roll back toward the spine. So we inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. And then deepen your breath further. Inhale through the nose, fill up, belly, ribs, chest, expanding all the way up through the inhale. Exhale out the nose, chest, ribs, and belly contract. So we inhale, expand, exhale, contract. And then for those of you familiar, you can come into your ujjayi or your ocean wave sounding breath by constricting in the back of the throat in the epiglottis. So it's as if you're inhaling and exhaling the word home through the nose to create that audible wave sound. And I'd like you to really drop into your breath right now, into that deep breathing. So again, we're just inhaling, filling up belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, releasing chest, ribs, and belly. I want you to really drop into your deep breathing. See if you can almost just take these moments to become your breath. What is it to inhale and exhale? Take another breath here. And then start to mentally ready yourself for movement. And in your own time and in your own way, draw some movement back into your body. Just letting yourself stretch, roll around, yawn, sigh, do whatever feels good to you. Okay. So this evening, I want to work a little bit on this idea of gentle strength. So last week we were looking at balancing and the hips. We're always looking a bit at the hips in these classes. But this week a little bit with this idea of gentle strength. I'm sorry that the animals are going crazy tonight. There must be something in the air. It's more than I've ever heard them go crazy during a class, so I'm sorry. Yeah, so let's take now the next minute to just gradually come up to standing. So just take your time coming up and really just stretch out along the way. Be expressive, be creative. There's no right or wrong way of coming up. Okay. Just turn the overhead light on as well while we're here. Okay. So hopefully, yeah, you'll be able to see. Okay, so let's go. So we take the feet to a hip distance stance. Take a nice big inhale, lift the arms, and exhale. And again, inhale, lift, and exhale down. And then inhale, lift, and exhale. And then inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, release your right hand down, bring it into your waist, just in and up under your ribs. Inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. And then exhale, you're going to send that right hip out, or sorry, left hip out toward the left side, reaching that right arm up and over, coming into Ardha Chandrasana or a half moon pose. And then inhale, take it all the way back through center. And exhale, when you release, take that left hand down, press it in and under the ribs. Inhale, lift. And exhale over to the other side. And just keep that there. I wonder if that makes it a bit better. Yeah, I think it does actually. Okay, inhale back through the center. Take your hands up and then you're going to interlace your fingers. Lift all the way up. And then from here, take your hands, bring them behind your head. Stand up nice and tall. And exhale, tuck the chin in toward your chest. Let your elbows hang down toward the sides of your head. Okay, now, as you're here, so we've done this most weeks, but I'm just coming closer to the screen to make sure you can see. We're going to inhale here. And then exhale, turn to peek under the left armpit. It's a subtle turn of the head so we can stretch the neck. And then inhale back through center. And exhale over to the other side. Just peeking under the opposite armpit. And then again, inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. And exhale right. Okay, and then inhale center. You're going to start to lift the head, lift the heart, lift the arms. Turn your palms. I didn't say it, I realized before. You're going to turn your palms up and lift. Some of you might have already done that, but just in case you didn't, let's take a second stretch there. Keep that there, hold that there. I'm just trying to find a height where it's good and you can see me. Okay, that's probably a bit better. Okay, so now we have the arms up and we're just going to release. Take your arms to a T. Feet are at hip distance. We're squared forward. We're going to take an inhale and then exhale. Swan dive and fold forward. Hang the head, hang the arms. So you're coming into Uttanasana, down into a standing forward bend. Okay, as you relax here, give your head a few shakes, yes, and a few shakes, no. And again, yes, 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 and no, no, no. Okay, and then inhale. Take the fingertips to your shins and come into a flat back with straight legs. So you straighten the legs out and you just, almost like you could just have like a little tea party on your back. You inhale there. And then exhale, bend your knees, curl into a little ball. Inhale, take the fingertips to the shins. Come back into that flat back. And one more. Exhale, bend the knees, curl into a ball. Last one. We inhale, fingertips to the shins. Hold this here. Now, if this is enough, stay here. If you want to take this a little bit further, you're going to take your arms out toward a T. And if you really want to go for a deep stretch through the backs of the legs and a bit of a back strengthener, you're then going to take the arms instead all the way out in front of you into superhero. But it's very easy to fall back into your heels in that superhero. So I want you to really focus on keeping the weight toward the middle of the feet there. Should feel that. Breathe. Where's your breath? Okay, and then exhale, hang the head, hang the arms, come back down into Uttanasana, into a standing forward fold. It's absolutely fine if your arms are in the air. If that's as far as your body will comfortably go, that's fine. Let the arms dangle. If the arms come all the way down, that's fine too. You find where it is right for your body. Okay, and then bend your knees and slowly ragdoll your body all the way up. So you're coming all the way up to standing. Okay, now, if you weren't already, step up toward the top of your mat. So just a few inches from the front edge, maybe 6 inches, even a foot away from the front edge is fine. Okay? And then we're going to inhale, lift the arms. And exhale, again, swan dive, hinge forward from the hips. Take your hands down to the mat. I want you to bend your knees and then take a big step back with your left foot. Bring your fingertips either side of your right leg. Now, make sure that that right knee is bent in line with the ankle and that it's pointing toward your second toe. We always want to be aware of our knee health. So when we're in those sorts of positions where that knee is forward, sometimes it likes to shoot in or out. Keep it in line with the second toe, and just keep your eye on that. Okay, so, and again, we're up on the fingertips. If you use blocks, you can use blocks here. We're going to take an inhale, really feel that left hip flexor pressing toward the floor. And then exhale, either flatten your left hand down against the ground, or if you have a sensitive wrist on that left side, make a fist instead. And then you're going to inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky, follow that with your gaze. And then exhale, take your right hand to your right knee. And then you're going to square forward through the chest, through the shoulders. Make any adjustments you need to make so that you feel sturdy on the back of that, on the ball of that back foot. And then you're going to take the left hand up onto that right knee. Roll the shoulders back, open through the chest. So this is a variation on warrior one. A little harder than the last couple of weeks, hey? So it's nice to just mix it up a little bit. And again, you take a break anytime you need. This is also so great for the body, just to get that oxygen flowing, get the cells activated, okay? So now we're going to push through that foot and come up. Hips are squared forward. And now lift the arms, sink for shoulders. Open up into warrior one. So we're still up on the ball of that back foot. We're not turning that foot out here, but we're, again, up. Okay? Take an inhale here. Right knee in line with the ankle. Exhale. Drop your left hand down toward the back of your right thigh. Turn to look past that left shoulder. Inhale. Take it all the way back through the center. Okay. We're going to do a little balance, sort of a balance, not too much of a balance. We're going to take a standing split. So we're going to inhale here, and then as we exhale, I want you to take your hands down toward the ground, take a little hop forward with the left foot, and then lift your left leg up toward the sky. Hang the head down toward your right knee. Whew. Okay, lift that left leg as high up as you can. It's okay to feel ridiculous doing these poses, okay? So we should be feeling something nice and deep there into that right hamstring set. Okay, come up onto your fingertips, bring your chest parallel to the ground, and then see if you can just tip straight up to standing in a single movement. Okay, now we take 3 cleansing breaths and just sigh out as much as you'd like to sigh. So we're going to inhale, lift. One more. And now lift all the way up. Here we go, other side. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward, take the hands down, bend your knees, take a big step back with your right foot. Left knee lines up with the left ankle, pointing to the second toe, fingertips either side, roll the shoulders back. Ooh, send that right hip flexor toward the floor. Breathe. Okay, then you're either going to make a fist with your right hand or just pancake that hand out against the ground, whichever feels better. And then inhale, lift that left arm up to the sky. Where's your breath? Where's your breath? Exhale, take the left hand down onto that knee. And then we take the right hand up onto that knee. We roll the shoulders back. We open up through the chest. Again, this variation on warrior one. If you feel like you're really struggling at all with that back leg, whoops, my mat, I need to, it's not very sticky anymore underneath, so it gets a little foldy on me. But you can take a step forward. Okay, now we're going to pull up through the core. Inhale, lift the arms, sink the shoulders. And then exhale, drop the right hand down toward the back of your left thigh. Turning to look past that right shoulder. Just keep breathing. So, some of you know, I said this once a few months ago. I started doing yoga a long time ago when I was 19, so 17 years ago. And I started doing yoga when I had thyroid cancer. And I found, so I had a video that I did yoga to. I know you're holding this for a long time, sorry. I did yoga to this 50-minute video. It would take me an hour and a half to get through it when I was going through the treatments. And I found it really difficult. So if you find this super difficult, let's come out of this pose, my God. But if you find it super difficult, know that you just start where you are. That's it. So you take a break when you need. So let's inhale, lift all the way back up. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward, take the hands down, take a little hop forward with that right foot, and then lift that right leg up into the sky. So that standing split, it's a doozy of a pose. Okay, then bring that right leg parallel to the ground, come back up onto your fingertips, and see if you can come all the way up in a single movement, just tipping back up into the sky. Okay, now we're going to take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Okay, inhale, lift it all the way up. Exhale, release. Okay. We are going to play a little bit with balancing. So what we're going to, we did play a bit with balancing last week as well. We're going to do some different poses than last week. And as always with balancing, I just want to invite you to just play, just to have fun. There's no need to take it too seriously, okay? So we've got the feet in a nice hip distance stance, and I want you to really find the foundation through the feet. So really pushing into the ball, the side, the heel of each foot, okay? And then we zip up through the pelvis and the core, so we're nice and strong. Roll the shoulders back. We find our gentle mountain. And then from here, we're going to shift the weight a little bit, foot to foot, leg to leg. Okay. And then shift your weight into your right foot. And then I want you to use your right hand to counterbalance. If at any point you need to use a wall, please feel free to use a wall or to hold on if you have a chair nearby or anything that you can help support yourself if you need to, okay? Then I want you to pick up that left foot into the left hand. Now try to keep the legs together rather than let that left knee form a party by itself, okay? They're having the party together. And then we take that right arm up into the sky. Now, if this is enough, stay here. If you would like to take this further, you're going to take that right hand out in front of you, like you want to shake somebody's hand, and you're going to take that left leg up and back behind you. We did do this pose last week, actually. It's okay. Keep it there. It helps to find a drishti, a point where you can focus your gaze. So not me, because I move, but maybe on a knot of wood, or on a bit of wall or floor. Okay. Start to inhale, lift all the way back up. And we didn't do both of these last week, I think. We're going to take it into Balikikasana, or crane pose, which is like the Karate Kid. Okay, so we just let the arms go floppy, and we really draw that left leg up. But when you're drawing this leg up, it's not that you're leaning back as you do it, okay? We're going straight up, and hopefully you should still be at the top of your mat here. So we're going to take another inhale. And then see if in a single movement you can exhale and take a big step back with that left foot. And then from there, you open through the chest back into warrior one. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, start to again hinge forward from the hips. And then very gently take your back knee down. Okay, now take that back leg, toe it all the way back as far as you comfortably can. If you have pain under that knee, if you've got a really hard floor or sensitive knee, what you can do is you can take a blanket or a towel or even a sweatshirt and just pop it up under that knee. Okay, all right, now I want you to press through that front foot, okay? And then we pull up through the core, and we're going to inhale and we lift, roll the shoulders back, open through the chest. Now, it's very easy to shoot back here. Keep that knee so it's in line with the ankle. If you can, palms together if it's available. We inhale and we lift, and we exhale. We reach the arms back, open up through the chest. Coming into that crescent lunge. Take 2 more breaths here. And then inhale, lift all the way back through center. Take your hands down. And then I just want you to take the left hand to the inside, right hand, mirroring. We're taking the right hand to the inside of that right foot. And then we have the 2 hands and that foot in a nice line with each other. We're going to inhale, exhale, send the hips, send the pelvis forward, roll the shoulders back, open through the chest. So we're really working the hip flexor. Take another breath here. And then send the bottom back a little, and you're gonna take that right leg back. You can either keep both knees. If you put something underneath, you can either put them both there, or you just take the bottom back to the heels, belly over the thighs, forehead down, and come into a child's pose. Just sigh out a few times. Okay. Lift the head, lift the heart. I want to give you something sort of fun to play with. And play is always the key word here, okay? So this is just a transition to play with. Again, nothing to take too seriously, just something to play with. So what we're going to do is we lean forward and we curl the toes under behind us. And then we start to sit back. You don't have to sit all the way back. You can just for a quick stretch. but we draw the palms together into prayer. And then you're going to ever so slightly lean forward and get enough momentum that you can come up into a prayer chair. So I'll show you that again, and you can play with it. You can come in and out of it. So we have the toes curled under. We're in that prayer chair, or sorry, we're in a bit of a prayer, like we're about to bow down and pray. And then we roll it back and down. Try one or two more. No one's coming back next week, huh? All right. And then when next you come up, take the hands all the way up. Oh, and exhale, just release down. Walk up toward the top of your mat again, because you should hope, well, I think you would have been at the back of your mat at that point. Okay, and then we have the feet back in a hip distance stance. And we're coming back to the balances. So feet hip distance, we zip up through the pelvis, zip up through the core, and really find that foundation through the feet. Make it as even as you can across each foot. Shift the weight a little bit, foot to foot, leg to leg. And then shift your weight into your left foot. Find the foundation of the earth underneath you. And then you're going to use that left hand to counterbalance. Take the legs together. Take that arm all the way up into the sky. And then hinge forward from the hips. Reach that left hand out, right leg up and back behind you, opening the chest, the back, and the shoulder while strengthening the joints of that standing leg. A lot going on here. Just breathe. Where's the breath? Okay, lift it all the way up and see if you can take it right up into Balikikasana. So we flex that foot, we draw that knee up, we have the arms in that weird Karate Kid dinosaur crane pose. And then in a single movement, see if you can take that leg back, reach the arms up, and then that left knee is in line with the ankle. We find warrior one again. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Take the hands down, draw that back knee down. And again, you can support that knee with a blanket, a towel, a piece of clothing. You can even put a little fold in your mat and put the knee on the fold. So just whatever you can to support the knee against the hard floor. Okay, now we have that right leg toed back as far as is comfortable. Okay, so we feel that hip flexor. And then we push through the left foot, pull up through the core, lift all the way up. Draw the palms together. Inhale, lift. And just keep breathing into it, reaching the arms back, but it's not at the sake of collapsing through the spine. And again, likewise, we're not hurting that standing knee by leaning back here with the front leg. Again, that front leg is bent in line. Okay. And then exhale, take it down. Swing your left hand to the inside of that left foot. So you have your hands and your foot all in a row. And we're going to inhale here. Exhale. Ooh, send the hips, send the pelvis forward. Say hi to that hip flexor in your dinosaur, or it's not dinosaur, in your lizard or your dragon pose. Close enough, I guess. Okay. Start to lean it back, and then you're going to take that front leg back and take a child's pose again. So we draw the head down, belly over or between the thighs, forehead down, relax the arms. Take a moment just to sigh out there. Start to lift the head, lift the heart. And I just want you to walk up onto your hands and knees for a moment. Curl the toes under behind you and do the best you can to get all of your toes curled under. Sometimes the pinky toes dangle, but otherwise, and you can't really do anything about that, and that's okay, but just again, do the best you can to get all the toes curled under. And then I want you to sit back into your heels with the toes curled. So you're going to feel that around the feet. This is a stretch for the fascia. The fascia is the sheath that covers the muscles. And actually, when people get old and they start to hunch in, it's because the fascia is contracting. And so just helping to open that lower line of fascia is really helpful. I have one client who has plantar fasciitis. So for those of you that have suffered with that, this is a great stretch for that. She was saying that this has been quite life-changing for her plantar fasciitis. I know it's painful. We're just going to take another breath here. You don't have to do it for long. Just gradually build up. And then lean forward, lift your toes up, give your tootsies a little wiggle out. Okay, and then take it back into a child's pose. You can either keep the legs together or you can take the knees wide, taking a wide angle child's pose, and bring the belly down between the legs. And just sigh out there, just one breath. Okay, and then I want you to lift the head, lift the heart. And I'm just gonna, I think you can still see actually. Okay, so you lift the head, lift the heart, and I want you to take your hands out wider than shoulder distance. So if you're using a mat, they're going out wider than the edges of the mat. And then you're going to cross your right arm over your left like a cat, stretching out its foreleg. And then just let your head relax down between your upper arms like they're at a massage table. And shift your weight a bit more toward your right hip as you do that, so you feel this deep, long stretch across the right side of your body. And then take that right arm over to the right side and cross left over right. Ooh, and we shift the weight a bit more toward the left hip. So again, we feel that nice long stretch across the left side. And lift it and roll it back through the center. And then start to walk yourself all the way up. Got a partner outside the conservatory making faces at me. And we're going to roll. I only have one partner, just to be clear. So, troublemaker. What is up with this evening? The dogs, the cats, the boyfriend. Italians, right? Okay, so feet are coming up onto your knees. We're going to do one last pose here. So just like before, if you're up on your knees and it's uncomfortable on the knees because you have a hard floor or a thin mat or any combination, you can either put a fold in your mat, or you can put a blanket or a towel underneath, okay? So I want you to really stack your knees in line with your hips, which I know seems like a given, but it's actually not, because sometimes what people can do, and I know it's a little dark, but they can go a bit more like a V, and I want you to think about it more as a square, as a box, okay? And then I want you to inhale, roll the shoulders up, exhale and back, and then interlace your fingers behind your back, tops of the feet down, and then exhale, draw down through the arms. So you're opening up through the chest there. Take an inhale, and then exhale, hinge forward from your hips, and I want you to take your forehead down, but then roll up onto the top of your crown, up onto the top of your head. And take those interlaced fingers and let them just hang back and away from the lower back. So you're just opening the shoulders there. This is Yoga Mudra, or the symbol of yoga pose, so called because it brings the head below the heart, giving the heart rein. Okay, take your hands back down toward your lower back. Unwind the fingers, and then just let the arms hang at your sides. Take the forehead down, coming into Balasana. Oh, and just sigh out there. Okay, start to roll yourself all the way up. If you've got a fold in your mat, just go ahead and unfold it. And start to now bring yourself, actually just however you can, you're going to come down. I'm just going to tip that so that the light's a little better. Okay, so bring yourself down and either bend your knees or extend your legs all the way out, letting them flop and splay, just whatever is most comfortable to you. And actually, just to say, if you have any layers that came off, now is actually a good moment to put them back on. So you might want to pop back up, put any socks, jumpers on, or if you have a blanket that you want to grab and put that over your body, just now is the moment, and then make your way down again when you're ready. Okay. And then once you have come down onto your back, relax your shoulders, relax your hands, close your eyes, And take a few last deep inhales through the nose, with exhales sighing or blowing the air out of the mouth. And then once you've sighed out a few times, just let your natural breath take over again. And feel your eyelids become heavy over your eyes. Feel the back of the head and the backs of the shoulders just relaxing down. Feel your arms and your legs also melting down. Taking a moment just to nourish and reconnect to the earth. Studies also show that when we rest just for a few minutes after physical exertion, our bodies heal faster and are more likely to integrate what we did, or more quickly integrate what we did than if we just ran off into the next activity. So know that tonight's practice, we were doing some strengthening things. So your muscles are going to thank you just for these moments resting at the end tonight. So throughout the practice, I mentioned this idea of just taking a break anytime that you need. And I'd like you, without any judgment, to intuitively ask yourself if there are ways that you can take a break or give yourself a break in your normal life. That can be so many things. That can be that our creativity gets permanently put on hold in pursuit of work. So maybe there's something creative that you can do even 20 minutes a day. It could mean giving yourself a break mentally. If you have negative self-talk, just practicing more awareness of that and practicing positive self-talk in its place. So again, for a moment, ask yourself, is there a healthy way that you can give yourself a bit more of a break or take a break in certain elements of your life? And if something has intuitively come to you, if it resonates for you, set the intention that you are going to utilize this practice in the coming days and even weeks, whatever way you can give yourself a break. And then from here, start to deepen your breath. And draw some movement back into your fingers and into your toes. And then gently roll to one side. And slowly start to bring yourself back up to seated. I'm going to try to come up. Come on. Okay, and then once you have come back up to seated, take your hands into prayer and gently bow, honoring your body, your light, your practice, and this earth. Thank you all for coming tonight. I think next week it's going to be a YouTube live video. It's not confirmed yet, but just check on the Fertility Partnership blog and also on the Fertility Partnership Instagram or on my Instagram. Sorry about all the pet craziness tonight. Okay, have an amazing week and see you soon. Thank you all so much. Have a really wonderful night.